Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. Um, Not sure if you can hear it, but I'm really, really rough. My voice is rough, my throat is rough, my head is rough. I'm feeling rough, rough. Um, it's our nighttime devotion. We are reading from the devotional to be like Jesus. The title today is Christ's self-sacrificing life is our lesson book. The scripture reading comes from Psalm 92, verses 1 and 2. It is good to give thanks to the Lord and to sing praises to your name, O Most High, to declare your loving kindness in the morning and your faithfulness every night. Practical Christianity means laboring together with God every day, working for Christ, not now and then, but continuously. A neglect to reveal practical righteousness in our lives is a denial of our faith and of the power of God. God is seeking for a sanctified people, a people set apart for his service, a people who will heed and accept the invitation. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. How earnestly Christ prosecuted the work of our salvation. What devotion his life revealed as he sought to give value to fallen humanity by imputing to every repenting, believing sinner the merits of his spotless righteousness. How untiringly he worked in the temple, in the synagogue, in the streets of the cities, in the marketplace, in the workshop, by the seaside, in the hills. He preached the gospel and healed the sick. He gave all there was of himself that he might work out the plan of redeeming grace. Christ was under no obligation to make this great sacrifice. Voluntarily, he pledged himself to bear the punishment due to the transgressor of his law. His love was his only obligation, and without a murmur, he endured every pang, welcomed every indignity that was part of that plan of salvation. The life of Christ was one of unselfish sacrifice, and his life is our lesson work. The work that he began, we are to carry forward. With his life of toil and sacrifice before them, can those who profess his name hesitate to deny self, to lift the cross and follow him? He humbled himself to the lowest depths that he might be lifted to the heights of purity and holiness and completeness. He became poor that he might pour into our poverty stricken souls the fullness of his riches. He endured the cross of shame that he might give us peace and rest and joy and make us partakers of the glories of his throne. Should we not appreciate the privilege of working for him and be eager to practice self denial and self sacrifice for his sake? Should we not give back to God all that he has redeemed, the affections he has purified, the body he has purchased, to be kept unto sanctification and holiness? Hmm. Should we not appreciate the privilege of working for him and be eager to practice self denial, self sacrifice for his sake? self-denial, self-sacrifice. Is that something most of us can even process? Should we not give back to God all that He has redeemed, the affections He has purified, the body He has purchased, to be kept under sanctification and holiness? Should we not give all this back? Yes, we should. In fact, He gave Himself for us, so it would seem right we give ourselves for Him. It would seem right, but would we be willing to do it? Self-sacrifice. How many actually understand what that means? And we're not talking about laying yourself on the altar and slitting your throat or having someone to cut you open or whatever. That's not sacrifice. Sacrifice is being completely humble, having complete humility, being meek, being lowly, willing to serve others, living a life of servitude. You then think in the temples and mountains with the nuns, the Catholic nuns and stuff like that. That's not what it means, because you're really being of no service to mankind as such. It's living your life to serve others and to serve God, to love your neighbour as yourself. So just as you look after yourself, and you look after your neighbours too. And as we spoke about last Sunday, your neighbour is every other person in this world, bar none. Love your neighbours as yourself.